Hey y'all, I'm Brian,
I'm Wangeshi.
and welcome to the Untitled Africans podcast.
Hello. Come on, studio audience.
Hey y'all,
Big ups.
they done fucked up and gave me a soundboard. Oh, y'all will not know rest. Even when, listen, every time I make a joke now,
Oh my god, not the freaking audience laughter, studio laughter.
and guess what? And if you still don't get it, ah!
I'm so sorry, y'all, for what this episode is
Listen,
about to be now.
we said production was gonna be elevated for season 2. Maybe this is exactly
Period.
what we needed.
We ain't even know it. We ain't even know it. I want one of those voice changer ones. Where you can like make your voice like deep or high or gritty or something.
I know. That's what we need.
I would love that.
TikTok's been really good about those voiceover voice modulating filters.
Yes. No, TikTok's filters are like, and the effects are on another level. Like, I
Whoever's
don't
on
understand why we can't have that on a PC. Like, why it's so difficult when our phone can do it at the click of a button.
Like, make it make sense. Like, what's
Why
not clicking, Steven?
Right. Why I gotta spend $300 to get that stuff on my computer when TikTok do it for free?
Oh my god, speaking of things and filters and shit, did you see what I sent you on messages? That podcast editing AI tool for Premiere, or I think it was for some video editing thing.
That sounds familiar. What does it do?
So it's literally an AI plugin or whatever that you add to like your Premiere, I think it is. And then it'll literally edit the podcast for you. So like, let's say if we were back in person, right, and we were just like recording like regular. I sent this to you, right? This shit is crazy.
And it was like cutting to whoever's talking.
Yeah, it could recognize like whoever was talking and like cut to like just a single shot. But then if it was like multiple people talking, it would like cut to like a wider shot, and you like literally only needed one camera. I was like, where has this been all of our lives since season 1?
Yo, that would make things so much easier.
That's the one thing about like being a creator and like doing all of this is like you find shit out about like what you do way later on.
Yeah.
After you've already started, you're like, well, shit, this would have made like so much, and especially with like AI and shit.
Everything's a learning curve too with doing it on your own. Like, I'm like, why is everything gotta be difficult? Like, I don't understand.
And then when you finally find a way to make it easy, you're like, oh, thank God, this just shaved down like 5 more hours of my life.
No, because Riverside, this app that we're using to record now virtually, like, she really does help with the editing.
Girl, because why were we not doing this to begin with?
Yo, she has a whole Premiere function. She's like, yeah, all the audio shit that you were struggling to separate the microphones by like each person on the audio wavelength. I'm gonna just do it automatically.
It's gonna be
one audio. Because you humans be struggling. Us robots, it's nothing for us.
It's literally one audio track, one like video file, and it's just like, and it's already got it synced for you. Oh,
synced, honey, transcribed. Okay, do you want Wangeshi cam? Do you want Brian cam? Do you want split? Do you want single? What do you want?
Like, baby, this is Burger King. Have it your way, okay?
Okay, and you can get crazy. And I'm like, here for it.
Y'all, let me just say this.
I'm not doing this with you, Brian.
Listen, they should have never gave me the control. Y'all, we say all this to say this is not an ad for Riverside, but this ad really it's giving.
It's coming in clutch.
She's doing her job.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
But anywho, let's get on with the podcast. Girl, how have you been?
I've been doing okay. I've been doing pretty good, you know.
How's life in the Big Apple treating you?
She's beautiful here. She's beautiful here. Literally, like, I was leaving dance class on Thursday and the cast of Moulin Rouge was like walking out and like there was crowds around like trying to be like, trying to know, because I guess like after Broadway shows they do their walkout and say hi to people. So I was literally like trying to record. I was in the back trying to record. I asked some dude next to me, I'm like, who are we recording? And he's like, it's the cat. It was surreal.
You know, remember JoJo?
Which JoJo?
Get out, leave
Oh
right now.
yes.
Yeah, she's playing one of the main characters on the
In
show.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Look, let me go find JoJo, honey.
I'm pretty sure
Like
it's
I was
JoJo.
rocking with you since you were 13, girl.
Yeah, she's on the she's on Moulin Rouge on Broadway now. I think she was supposed to start. Yeah, she did start already.
Oh, I love that. Wow. Did I just
Isn't that
miss
crazy?
JoJo? I could have
That's
seen
probably
JoJo.
why the crowd was so huge. It's probably because they want to see JoJo. But
honey, period. Don't worry. Next Thursday, I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna be ready with my and
after
then
class again.
After class, and I stayed late this time, but this time I'm gonna leave on time. Okay, I'm gonna be up there early,
just so you can see JoJo.
Ready. But yeah, New York, she's fun. She always got something going on.
They say
like, this is a lot.
It is the city that never sleeps. So
yeah, I'm just looking for like my community though. My people. I did spend this entire weekend with my New York grandma, my Jamaican auntie, Yvonne.
Oh, did we talk about her yet?
Did we?
I don't think you brought her up, but so Wangeshi literally the day she leaves for New York, she meets this Jamaican woman on the same flight as her. And then all of a sudden she tells her whole life story. She's like, yeah, I'm moving, da, da, da. And the lady like automatically just like takes her under her wing, is like, you're my granddaughter now.
Literally, yeah.
She's inviting you over for dinner. She's got free coats for like the New York winters. This woman literally adopted Wangeshi as her like grandchild, and I was like, oh wow.
No, literally, I went to her house on Friday, and I went with nothing but like my wallet or whatever. I left with bananas, oranges, mangoes, biscuits, this like spicy bread stuff that she gave me, crackers, 2 dresses, a bed to sleep on if I ever need it. Like,
listen,
she was like,
if you don't find a roommate in time, if you don't find a new apartment in time, you might need to crash.
Look, she said,
at Auntie house.
My daughter and my granddaughter sometimes can stay here, but if you ever need somewhere to sleep, I have a bed here. Like, and then on Saturday I went to church with her, and then on Sunday I went to the mall with her.
Girl. Oh, she's like your full like adopted grandmother now.
Fully. She wanted me to go to the mall at her with 10 a.m. I didn't leave my house till 10:30. I was like
10 a.m.
10 a.m. like when it opens.
I be forgetting. Some of y'all love to do things on a weekend before 12 p.m.
Very much so. And the trip to church and to the mall that I was supposed to be I was supposed to be there at 10-11 a.m. is an hour plus with train.
BFFR.
I was like, excuse me, mind you, I'm in the middle of doing my hair, so I haven't slept till like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. She's calling me at 9 a.m. Are you leaving your house? Oh, how close are you? Oh, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, Madame, I'm in slumber.
She's about to learn that when Geshi don't wake up, when Geshi don't be on time for nothing. She's about to learn very quickly. When I tell y'all, when it comes to CP time, ain't no truer fact than the fact that colored people will be late. Correction, people of color will be late to shit than this woman right here.
I mean,
because the amount of times when Geshi has been an hour to 2 hours late to something she was supposed to show up for, or that we've had to do together, girl.
I will be on time if I'm getting paid. Y'all pay me for my time, I'll be there.
Oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm not even, because this getting her here today was already.
Okay, no, because I was. That was not on me. That is Brian being like, okay, I'm ready. So now you must be ready because now I'm ready.
No, because I told you after 5 and I said, okay, cool. I'm going to get myself situated and then I'm going to wait for her. I texted her. You know what she said? I'm on a call right now. Like, when I get off, I'll get on. I said, okay. But no, No, this is how bad it is because now even our friends have started doing it to me when I'm in fact the on time friend. If I have to go anywhere, have to be at anything, I'm on time. But if I'm just going by myself, but if I'm waiting for any of us, any of y'all, any of our friends, y'all never on time. I'll just be sitting in my room, just fully dressed and ready. Be like, yeah, I'm just here waiting for y'all.
Okay, well, whatever.
Because then you know what it is, and a lot of you people I know are gonna say, "Well, Brian, why don't you just call a car and leave?" And you know what? I could, but it's the fact that somebody hoes be like, "Brian, why don't you drive?" As soon as they come get me, I'm like, "So y'all only wanted me to come so I could drive."
Honey, we're lending our car, you lend your services. I feel like it's a fair trade off.
But it's not a fair trade-off because then I end up being late and then I end up being in the group of people who are now having to be lied to about the actual start time of an event because I roll with the always be late crew.
Well, birds of a feather, bitch. You can't be that on time.
You know, I'm a lone fuck birds of a feather. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a lone wolf from now on. So that poor Jamaican lady is gonna learn very quickly that Wangeshi just forever is on a 2 hour delayed
I just
clock.
feel like it's better for her to know now. Like,
That's facts. No, let them know now,
just know right now.
so that next time when church is, she'll just be like, "Oh, church starts at 12 o'clock," but it really
I
starts
was
at.
no, yeah, church started at 11. I was at home on the phone with my dad, and he's like, "What time do you need to be there?" It was 10:58. I said, "Oh, 11:30."
knowing
I ain't
good
telling.
well, knowing good well, Wangeshi still has to catch the freaking bus or the train to this church, and the bus got to stop at least 9 times
Not even
minimum.
that, and it's a weekend where it
So
comes
you
like
know
once an hour.
that. See, she did it to herself, y'all. That
No, but
poor.
honestly, I'm glad because it was a Jamaican church, so it doesn't matter what time I come. They're not ending till 1:30 earliest anyway. So I'm really
Look at
early,
you. Look
regardless. I'm
at
still
you.
getting a good 2+ hours of service time.
We need to do better as a people because this is not okay.
I don't know. I saw a TikTok sound today that said being on time is a result of white supremacy.
Because what they
So
always on time for, oppress.
yes.
Because what
So
they
as
always
a
on.
black woman
Because what are
fighting
they?
the patriarchy and the white supremacy, I must come on my own time. Thank
Listen,
you.
and that's okay. We just gonna have to be, Lada Wangeshi from now on. If something starts at 8 o'clock, tell her it starts at 6.
Okay, you don't need to tell me 6. You can say
No, no,
7:37.
Wangeshi. Let's be genuinely honest with each other right now.
Genuinely, I've gotten better. I've gotten better. I have, especially since I like was taking so many classes these last like 6 months, especially. I've gotten better.
Oh, oh, see, okay, see, I get it now. So you're on time to something that either costs you money or pays you. Meanwhile, the rest of us have to suffer.
No, I'm saying in general, I'm more on time now for everything. All of the above. All of the above.
Bombastic side eye, criminal offense side eye.
No, because let me tell you, it was actually, I have a very specific instance. It was my friend's birthday in October, September.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a dinner and she thought it was at 7:30. I showed up at 7:18. She found out it was 7, so I was still late, but technically the time I was told I was early
You were
for
there
that.
before the time you were told.
Yes.
It's okay,
Yes.
because I thought I was doing something the other weekend, showing up to a birthday dinner. I was told 8:30. Or is it 8:30? It's 8:30 or 7:30? No, it was 7:30. I was told 7:30. You know what time I showed up? 7:25.
Per.
I go up to the reservation desk. I'm like, "Hi, I'm here, party over the for whoever." They're like, "Oh, that reservation's not till 8 o'clock."
Because they needed y'all's ass to be ready. You know them Atlanta
So,
brunch spots don't play. Or dinner.
so and this was on Buford Highway, so so,
Your
so
whole party must be here.
Right. So I was like, okay, I'll just go wait at the bar. So I call the birthday person. I'm like, hey girl, I'm here. Where y'all at? Did you know that the reservation's for 8 o'clock? She said, the birthday girl goes, yeah, I just figured everybody would be late. So I said 30 minutes before I said, uh-uh. I have been rolling with the wrong crew to now I'm the opposed person who's on and then get this. Literally me and the birthday person sat down. Do you know how long it was until the next person showed up?
One.
Imagine they sat us at 8 o'clock, 30 minutes before the next person even showed up. I said, even if she did tell
Okay.
y'all 30 minutes before the actual reservation time, how are y'all still late?
This late, because now y'all
How are
really
y'all
an
still late?
hour late from the time that she told y'all.
So I'm done.
Wow.
I'm tired of being the late friend. So from now on, tell everybody else to act the.
Stop perpetuating white supremacy and show up late.
You know what? That deserves this.
That's my TED talk. Thank you for coming.
Girl, speaking of being late, let's get into this Love is Blind reunion and last episode, okay?
Oh my god. Please don't get me
Speaking,
started on that damn live reunion.
girl, let's get into this live. Okay, so first and foremost, Netflix was just crashed. Not sure what happened, not sure who they had back there fixing the servers, but Netflix said,
I know their headquarters was a mess.
Listen, this was the worst, like, of all the apps to crash like this. Netflix, come on now.
Netflix. And the thing that gets me is nobody asked for this to be live.
None of us.
It was just
None of us.
surprise.
It's gonna be live. Because they thought they was doing something.
They really did. They want to be cable so bad. I swear these streaming networks want to be cable so bad. Because what was the reason?
And then, this is the other thing that got me. You want to go ahead and announce this? Oh, we're gonna go live. We're gonna go live. Da 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 da. First of all, your shit gonna crash. Then you gonna get on social media and start posting pictures of what the girls are wearing to try and
Don't
entice
nobody give a
us.
fuck about Irina's black dress.
That basic ass prom dress.
They
That's a
said,
shit.
love is late. We'll be up in 15 minutes. Yeah, no, bitch, because it took over an hour.
And after, literally, I was on time. I was seated. I was in my bed comfortable. Because, it was a Sunday. So, like, it was a school night. So the girls had to be in bed by a certain time. So I put my TV on. I used whoever's login I had to use. Because I don't have Netflix no more. I ain't paying for these streaming services. It's too expensive. Got my Netflix ready. I had my drink ready. Everything. Turn on my thing. It says, "We're sorry, this title cannot be played right now." That was at 8 o'clock. I hit the live thing on the Love Is Island. Not Love Is on the Love Is Blind. On the Love Is Blind little thing on Netflix. I clicked the live at 8 o'clock. It said, "Sorry, this title cannot be played right now." I was like,
What do you mean?
I started content. I said, okay, let me go back and refresh. So then I did it again. And so
It's
it
like
just
maybe it's
kept
the
saying,
Wi-Fi or something. Something's going on.
I'm over here thinking I gotta reset routers. I gotta call Xfinity. Who gonna fix this? Because it's a problem.
Honey.
So I'm over here saying, wait. And then that's when I got on the phone with you. I said, girl, is it working for you?
Can you imagine? I was over here speed shampooing, conditioning my hair. I had a timer going on my phone because what I wasn't about to be, it's late to this event. Okay.
Oh yeah, because Sunday is a wash day. I forgot. Sunday is a wash
Look,
night for the black
it hit
girls.
7:58. I logged into my computer real quick, and then Netflix. Pardon the interruption. We don't have. We'll be up shortly. They just had new pop-ups like every 5 minutes saying everything but the show.
Saying something different, completely different.
Like, girl, don't nobody care about your message. Get up.
And so then I started going on Twitter, and let me tell you, every social media manager for any corporate America company,
yo,
they said they was on it. When I tell you, Hulu, Dunkin' Donuts even got in on this. I said, oh, y'all girls came to have fun.
Everybody, freaking AOC.
Yes, I was like, so why is she in this, ma'am? Don't
And
you?
Blockbuster was talking about, our VHS was
Chess is
tape and never done no shit like this, but
even
this what
yo
y'all wanted.
when Hulu tweeted that picture of Kerry Washington from Little Fires Everywhere, when she was at the door with the,
Hmm.
I lost it. I about said, you know what? Yeah, let's. I turned off my. I turned
No,
my
but
TV off after it hit 9 o'clock. I said, yeah, I'm done.
it
Turned it
hit nine
off.
o'clock when this was supposed to be coming on at 8. But
So
you know
then
what?
no,
I'm
but
really glad that happened because Twitter was better than the reunion overall. All the memes,
oh
gifs,
yeah.
like the tweets, like the live tweets as this was
Oh,
happening.
that first like somebody and then somebody used that TikTok sound. You got too much chip on your dip on your chip. Yeah, not too
Honey,
much.
too
Not too
much.
much.
Trying to do too much because we were ready
Between
for appointment television, but now we're
okay.
here for an appointment dragging instead, and it's
Oh
fine. It's
no.
what we're gonna do.
Listen, you know how they be doing those like documentaries about like companies and stuff. When they do a documentary about Netflix, they'll be like the
Oh,
downfall of Netflix really began when they fumbled the biggest bag they ever had. Cause then apparently they had a live watch party in LA where it was being filmed. Right. Uh-huh. Okay. So
oh my
then
goodness.
they have the host who was hosting the live come on to be like, all right, guys, we're only gonna the live show is gonna happen, but only you guys are gonna be able to watch it. Um, and then it's gonna be available tomorrow at like noon or something after it's been recorded. So that everybody was like, so what was the point? Girl,
No,
tell me what
literally.
I had to watch that stuff. I had to watch it because then for some people started working. I had to watch mine on TikTok. You know how mad I was?
Netflix should have Twitch streamed the damn event, honestly. Like,
Fuck it, they could have even periscoped the event.
something. Because, girl, your platform ain't working. And there's a lot of other live platforms we could have been on.
Is I was just like BFFR, but anyway, I still got to watch it even though it was like 9 o'clock. Well, I was falling asleep by that time. I
No,
was
I
like,
got to watch
mm-mm.
it too. And I was like, I know this is not what we waited an hour plus for.
So who do we want to get into first?
Let's talk about my fave Brett and Tiff first, honey. Because, first
I'm
of
just
all,
I'm just waiting for them to them and Cameron and I always forget
Lauren,
them and Cameron and Lauren to just like link up and have a full on like
they gotta have like hanging with the
double day.
Hamiltons
Yeah,
episode with the Browns.
exactly.
Oh, that'd be so cute.
Like they do like a little vacation together.
And Zach and Bliss, they should be part of it, but Zach really fumbled the bag big time choosing Arena first. But in terms of
It's
TV content, he
it's
did good
okay.
with choosing her.
We'll get into Zach later, but
Right.
so far with Zach and Bliss, yes, they said yes to each other at the altar. Like who else? Who
Oh,
said they
yes.
weren't? They weren't.
Yes, I'm glad they did.
But baby, one thing about Brett we have learned: get his measurements right
Honey,
from jump.
this shouldn't be happening.
Not on
This
my
was
wedding day.
avoidable. This shouldn't
Not
be
on my
happening.
wedding day.
Y'all not giving me this Steve Harvey ass suit.
Listen, if it wasn't for Lucia saved Brett and Tiff's relationship. Okay.
Yes, she came in so clutch. You know
Yeah,
what?
shout out to Lucia. Shout out to Lucia.
Lord. When I was watching, I originally thought it said 15 hours before the wedding. I'm like, why are they being so dramatic? Like, you got 15 hours. They doing this the day before. And then it dropped to like 30 minutes. I was like, hold on. Brett, I know you fucking lying right now. No way. I had to go back and see that it was an hour and a half. He's going to get his suit tailored.
Imagine. I would be pissed.
Royally pissed.
I would have blamed production because I think they just wanted to throw in a little drama between like
I
Brett
think
and
so
Tiff before
too.
because they were like, this is gonna be an easy yes. Come on, y'all. Let's give them a little something. But
they're like, we need more time for you guys, like more run time, and all y'all ever are is happy, and we need more drama, more chaos, more suspense. Because as soon as they get to the altar, like it's done.
We're like, yeah, we know they're gonna say yes.
It's a wrap for you, baby. Oh my god, it was so cute. Brett's dad was like, do you need a tissue? And Brett's like, nah. 5 seconds later.
Full on tears. Full on
Like, yeah,
ugly
honey,
crying.
you needed that. You needed
It was
it.
like when he started crying when she was walking, I was like, oh, that's how you know they meant to be. It's
I
oh, they're gonna be so
know.
annoying.
So I want them to. I'm like with sorry, with Lauren and Cam, they're like very like social media and tech savvy. Cuz Lauren I think was already doing like social media and marketing and in front of a camera type stuff, but I feel like Tiff and Brett aren't so much
Mm-mm.
like that. Like Brett literally
No.
just made a TikTok. I need Lauren to give him some training, some courses, a master class because I need to see Brett and Tiff on my timeline regularly.
They need to be our new content king and queens, because if they're not giving,
Yes.
we need that love is like Marshall can't be the only one,
I
holding
know.
up.
Marshall killing it.
Marshall
Did
and
you,
his
can we
is
talk
it
about their speech at the wedding? Their one-on-one chat. I was like, this was the bromance that I never knew I needed.
like, and then when he was in the when they were doing the reunion, when he was like, when Marshall and Tiffany were like in the pods, and then even Marshall was like, yeah, she's not for me, but I know there's somebody out there for her, and I think I've met who it is. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, the fact that he was just so just like my guy,
Yeah, he's
like
like, yo, I know she'd be great for you. I feel like Marshall, I don't know. I feel like Marshall's getting a little bit too much
we'll get to
credit in
him.
that,
We'll get to him.
but it's whatever. But yeah, Brett and Tiff, they look so good. And oh my God, in the part where Vanessa was like, oh, I know y'all, you wanted to get freaky during the wedding, and we have the clip here. I thought that was so wrong because, like we discussed last episode, they already had Tiff in that fucking nude two
No,
piece.
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. So in the at the wedding, you literally hear her go, let's go up to this to the bridal suite right
Bruh.
now. Let's go right now.
Bruh.
But then here's the thing. You look at how her hair looks there, but then how her hair looks after.
During the talking heads
Mhm.
together,
Mhm. With when I think it was like raining or something.
the girls had fallen some, honey.
Nah, the curls were ruffled. It looked like bedhead. Okay. And the
She said,
production.
I was just joking. I just joke like that.
I was just joking. No, you weren't,
I
Tiff.
just tease him a
No, you
lot.
weren't. No, you weren't,
Mm-hmm.
Tiff. Tiff was trying to
Go
get me
ahead,
back.
sis. We ain't mad at it. We ain't mad at it.
Listen, I mean, I don't know. Them two, I have a feeling they did not wait. They
Oh
did not
no.
wait.
No, no, no. They were about to get it on in front of the camera, episode 3. Like, the cameraman was there, like, wow,
Listen, listen. Let me tell you something. That that the officiant said, "I now pronounce it," and they were ready to
First of
pounce.
all, let's talk about the fishing because I forgot about his eager ass. I'm sorry, but he was getting on my. We have Brett and Tess about to get married. I was like, who is this man that thinks he's the main character of this wedding? I'm sorry, I might
He
have been too
that
nitpicky,
officiant
but he was too much.
that officiant said, "I'm getting my little 15 minutes of fame. I'm getting my moment."
Right.
Netflix cutting this check. Oh, period.
I was like, okay. And he was the only palm there, so maybe he felt like he had to really show out a little bit.
Probably. But let's get into the other couple. Zach and Bliss.
Zach and Bliss were the MVP of the fucking reunion.
Okay.
MVPs down, honey.
Listen.
VIPs, MVPs, GOAT, bitch. Everything.
What is a DOAT?
GOAT, honey.
Oh,
Goats.
GOA. I said dope. I said dope. I said go.
Guy, Brian.
Hey, pare. You know, me. I
Buka,
speak.
you know now that it's a compliment, you know?
That's new language. Speak you young hip hop stuff. I don't know. I don't know that one. No, but Zach and Bliss. Should we talk about the wedding or the actual reunion? Because
Okay, let's go to the wedding first.
I am sick of Bliss's dad.
I forgot about him.
No. We're gonna I'm gonna chew him up. How dare you say those words to his daughter before she's about to say yes? When he literally goes, "Don't forget, you're the prize, never settle."
Never
Excuse me?
settle.
I'm about to walk down the aisle and get married. What do you mean, never settle?
Literally, I'm 10 steps away from my future husband that I am saying yes or no to.
That I'm choosing, that I'm picking, and you're over here talking about some. And literally, the minute he said it, something like you could see it in her mom's face, just like her face just like drop, and you could
Mm.
see it in Bliss's face too when he said it. And I was just like, yeah, I get why she divorced you, or at least
Yeah,
why y'all got divorced.
it was
Because
strange. It
why would
was
you say something like
cringe.
that? And it felt like an attack on his like previous wife, as she's standing right there about to walk your daughter down the aisle. I was like, unnecessary,
It was just
unnecessary.
they had very different dynamics. Like Bliss's mom and dad,
And you
like
could tell.
yeah, Bliss's dad is like never settle, and Bliss's mom is like, look at me, I'm right here. I got you.
Focus. We're
You
here
got
for you.
this.
You're gonna be great.
You're beautiful. You're doing amazing. And the dad is like, is this what you really want? You know, it's not too late to back out.
If you want to
You
run,
really
I
want
can.
to be with this man who doesn't he doesn't like golf or basketball or whatever the fuck the dad was talking about before. Oh my goodness. Bliss has incredible patience.
Then other than like better than me, because if it was me, I'd have been like, "Dad, can you shut the fuck up?" I'd have been like,
Like,
I'd be like,
respectfully.
I'd have been like, "Production, can we hold? Can we hold?" Dad, you just shut the fuck up.
I will walk down the aisle with just
I
mom
will
if you want
walk
to keep
down the
playing.
aisle with just me.
Yeah,
Keep playing.
not too much.
Yeah, all
Not
right.
too much.
But I'm so happy they said yes to each other.
Yes, because I couldn't tell. I was like, is Bliss gonna
Same.
say
I was like,
yes or no?
it's giving. Why are we? Don't put us on the edge. Don't give us that. But
Not for real, because Zach was obvious. Like, he's like, I've put my mind to it. This is it. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get married.
listen, it's that lawyer reasoning. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
I've listed out the pros and cons. You know, you are some. You tick, if not all, but most of the boxes of the person I want to
Mm-hmm.
marry, and this is it. And I was like,
He's like, Per, I
I
made the
love
decision
it.
to marry you. That decision is set. And Bliss
Babe,
is
I'm
like,
here.
you did still choose that one girl over me, and I'm not gonna
That
let you forget it. And I gotta
not
put
as
respect on
facts.
Bliss's name for not letting him forget that, because she still said yes. So clearly, it was not like actually like a deal breaker, but it's kind of like, you are gonna hear about this. I'm not gonna let you live it
Oh,
down for a
absolutely.
little bit.
This is
Like,
not the like. We've only been together like a few, but I'm sure like now that's been like a year. Um, she's definitely been like, "Girl, I'm good now. I just had to, poke the bear a little bit, couple of times, let you know I ain't
honey,
forget. I ain't
right?
forget."
And I will say about Bliss's dad that apparently he's paying for their honeymoon, so I give him props for that.
Okay,
Yes,
shit.
we love a man who could see when he's in the wrong. You know, get over the pride a little bit and support your daughter.
He came around after a year. What I'm okay. Let me
Right.
not say that because we're not sure exactly, when he
In the timeline,
offered
yeah,
to pay for the honeymoon, but he came around at least for us
he
in the
did.
time frame of a year. He
Yes.
was like, I mean, I guess if he's sticking around, shit, we
You
here
really want
now.
to? Okay, girl.
Mhm.
Well, I support. I support, honey.
What's that saying? If you like it, girl, I love it.
I love it. And they were so cute in their reception. And they got to dance to that
Oh
song that meant
Lord.
a lot to the both of them. And Bliss started singing to Zach. I was like, oh, oh, this is too much. This is too cute. Like, I need more of this.
They were really adorable, and I'm just like, I I can't watch too much because I was like, and then
Yes, literal tears. Like, it was so cute.
because then the song was a
Yes.
song that they had in the pods, and
They
I
had
was
it in the pods, and then
the one
Zach's mom who couldn't be there. Like,
it was too much emotion for me. I'm
yeah,
not
I loved
listen.
it.
I like to see people in love, but then when it's too much emotion, I'd be like, okay, turn this shit off. Fast forward, moving on.
Yeah, your heart is a little dark.
I think, after everything they've been through, Zach and Bliss definitely, you could tell they've gotten stronger. Because when they came to that reunion ready to, stand as a
Ready.
couple, united. They said,
Yes.
ain't nobody coming in between
Yes.
this. Because the
Mm.
way they came for Irina, I said yes. Especially Zach. I said, ooh, Zach came with receipts. He
He
came.
did, literally,
He
on his
came ready.
story.
And I want to know who's running his social media because they was very much on time with that. Did that come out like the minute he said it's on my social media? It was posted. Somebody hit post, or had he posted it
He had
like
all the
before?
time in the world with the way the reunion was taking forever.
Okay, he probably drafted that whole thing while he was sitting there. He was like, and another thing. Let me
Right.
go ahead and another
Actually,
thing.
while this is taking so long, let me add another page.
Absolutely no. They can't. I really listen. If there's one person who was being held to the flame that entire reunion, it was definitely Irina because girl, they said you were not walking out of here unscathed, babes.
Honey, as soon as she tried to start having them crocodile tears, the audience was
They
giggling
said,
and cackling.
"I know you not. I know you not. Not you trying to weaponize these white women tears. Not today.
Try again.
Not in this
Not with
house.
us. Mm-mm.
Because in this
And they
house,
played that montage of her laughing all the
her,
time at other
her and
people's
Micah.
expense.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Listen, I think Zach definitely called it. Was it Zach or Paul who said it? That she
Zach.
came on the no, it was definitely yes, it was Zach. Zach said you came on the show to do one thing and one thing only, and that's become famous.
Mm.
And it definitely
Clocked
shows
it. Clocked it.
because
He said, I
initially,
forgive you because I know to give people grace, but I also know what you were on here for. And you disrespected me on another level because you wanted a little bit of clout. But girl, I forgive you because I've been through much
listen,
worse than you. And
listen.
you are not my beginning or my end.
I found my match and I'm good. I'm good, love and joy.
Honey,
Because Zach did
honey.
not. The way Zach was reading, I said, "Ooh, not the library is open, Zach. Go ahead." No, no, no. I was listen when I was at every point he was making. I was up here like, yes, read, mother. Because there
Go
is like,
off, King. Yes.
I mean, not to make light of her, her mental health or whatever, but she did, say that like there was an instance for like one of the instances where she was, I think she was talking to, was it Zach? And like she was like covering her face or whatever, and she was like, I was actually having a panic attack under there, da da da. Ali, and she was like, and I know that's not like an excuse, for like how I behaved or whatever. And like, girl, they said, okay, we all be having panic attacks, we all be, we all have mental health struggles, but at the same time, that doesn't give you an excuse to be the way you were to people, and that was fucked up. So,
Right. To constantly insult and like dehumanize Zach.
like, what, girl? Be
Girl.
like I said last episode, them two, Micah and Irina, definitely signed up for Too Hot to Handle, and Netflix was like, "No, sorry, you can get you on Love Is Blind, but not Too Hot to Handle or something." But
Let's talk about Micah a little bit.
I was gonna go to the next couple. Are we saving them for the
Uh-uh.
end?
I want to go into Micah because
Okay. Are we doing Micah and Paul, or are we gonna just do Micah by herself?
all of the above, all of the people she got involved in her shit.
Okay, fine. Let's talk about the wedding.
Um, why did I even forget about?
Yeah, girl. Before we get to the reunion, we got to get to the wedding. Come on now.
No, because Paul said there's not a nurturing bone in her body. You want me to see her as a mother, bitch? You could never mother.
Could never. Bitch, I'm a mother. Neutral. That was not coming from Micah. Sorry. That's what
At
Zach
all.
said. Zach said it's not
He
giving.
said it's not giving caring, taking care of somebody, selflessness and sacrifice energy.
And this is why I need an entirely new host come season 5 of Love Is Blind. Because if I had to hear Vanessa ask him one more time, what do you mean by that? Could you elaborate?
Are you as confused as I'm confused? Because I'm so confused because I can't understand English because I don't know what he's saying to me. Are you confused? I'm confused.
I wanted to throw. I'm like, Vanessa, move on. You've asked
What
the
are you
same.
not understanding?
And I think personally, I think he said it very well. I think he stated his point very well as to why he did not see her as a very nurturing or as somebody who could be a mother figure. And that was something that was, I guess, was important to him when it came down to like making the decision of like who he wanted to marry. And I'm like, fair enough point, you know,
And
because
he
if kid,
apologized about it.
and he was like, I'm sorry that,
Like
the way I put it, wasn't the most eloquent at the time, but that's the best way I could put it into words and describe exactly, why I was saying what I was saying.
I
But
will say that I
then
feel like Paul was like, I think Paul was like tiptoeing a little bit, like on eggshells, trying not to hurt her feelings. Like I don't feel like he really said the extent of what he
no,
felt and was thinking as to why.
and I think that's what Vanessa was trying to dig at, but she kept digging at the point of like her not being mothering or like his point that he had made or like whatever, instead of asking him, well, what other attributes, like, you know, girl, like, bet I need somebody with a journalism degree to run this reunion. Somebody who knows who can get. I need
No, for
Oprah to come.
real.
Get Oprah. Get Andy. Somebody,
Somebody, anybody else, get them
because she was not.
Lachey's out of there.
She was not asking the questions that I wanted asked. Because if it
Like
was
you
me,
got all this energy for Paul, but not for the others.
Okay. Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Bet, 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 bet,
Mm, mm.
bet. But yeah, I definitely need old girl to dip. Vanessa need to go. Her and Nick. But back
Yes,
to Micah and Paul's wedding.
yes.
Girl, you did it to yourself. You should have answered that. You should have answered the officiant when when they asked you yes or no. I don't know why you gonna be like try to,
Actually, mm-hmm.
unless somebody in production was like, well, girl, I think when they ask you, you should definitely put it to him to say. Because if I don't think if Micah would have been if they would have asked Micah first and she would have answered like for real, I think she would have said
Mm-hmm.
yes. That's my theory. I think she would have said yes, but she wanted to see what Micah was gonna say first, and then go off of that because
A
I
part
don't
of me
think
feels like she would have said no.
my money was on yes because I think for the sake, like, I mean, I think Loki kind of like her friend over there, Irina. She Loki came on there to be famous too,
Mm,
and
yeah.
I think if she would have for the brand, or at least a minimum, if anything, for the drama, she would have said yes. But afterwards,
Mm.
at the reunion, it would have been like, we ended up not working out and we're no longer together. And then boom, have the girls in a tizzy. That's how you give good reality TV. But then she should have went in on the reunion and been like, "Oh no, 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 we're not together no more." And then it would have been like, "Oh shit, what happened?" And then you get a breakdown, not this whole runaway bride crying bullshit. I was like, "Girl, take that somewhere else." And then she tried to tease it on her Instagram with a picture of her running. Do you see
Oh
that?
yeah, I saw that.
I was like,
It's like,
"BFFR." Like, girl, we
mm-mm.
already know. But
Yeah, I think she was just like, I think she was basking in the like
the limelight a little
drama
too
at that
long.
point, just like,
Ooh,
mm-hmm,
what am I gonna give
like,
y'all?
oh yeah, look at me,
Cause she
runaway bride.
Because I don't think she started posting on her TikTok even until like after everything, until recently. Even
Mm.
like think before the wedding episodes, I know that at least it had to be when she was starting to post. I said. Meanwhile, Marshall had been posting, so
Marshall's on top of it. He's somebody's social media manager or his
where's
own at least.
Marshall has a PR and like social media person. He left the love like listen, he fulfilled his Love is Blind contract and said, "Oh baby, I'm finna get a check cut." Watch Marshall end up on like Perfect Match.
Oh my god, no, he's too good for that show.
Him and Bartholomew,
No.
him and Barstool.
Please, I do not want
Who's
to
a
talk about
baby daddy
Moncrief
now, by the way.
anymore.
Not Barqueef.
Yeah, and his I don't want this to seem like shady. His baby mama is apparently like a sex worker. She has like an OnlyFans or a porn star or something like that.
Actually,
And I'm wondering if
we're
he
not gonna
paid.
talk about her because
That's none of our business.
it's none of our business.
That's true.
She didn't ask for any of this. She just met this man and had a baby by him. All I'm gonna say is with Bartholomew, he knows what he's doing with that child.
That
He's
was
playing the right
so weird
cards.
for him to bring it on and be like, "When are y'all gonna have a Love Is Blind baby?" You didn't even
Didn't
want
even have
a baby.
no.
What
He
do
didn't
you
even
mean?
he didn't even have a Love Is Blind baby.
He didn't.
So what are you talking about? When are
So
y'all gonna
why
have
are you on here worried about other people's uterus?
uteri?
You. Yeah, he was a jump scare, honestly.
For uteri. Listen, the audience was about. Listen, they're laughing.
Gets the people going. Oh my goodness.
Uteri.
Anyways, child. Yeah, Micah, she would have made for great TV, but not on this show. And Micah and Irina, whatever her name is, I'm gonna say different every time. I don't care. They would have made for great TV on another show.
That's what
Flavor
I'm
of
saying.
Love, maybe.
Ooh.
They would have gotten eaten up over there, and I would have loved it for them.
Nah, they would have been good on like Too Hot to Handle. They would have been good on Love Island.
I could see them on like The Real World. Like y'all would have made for great TV 10 plus years ago. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like their little mean girl trope. Ain't
like,
nobody want to see that shit.
Like our entire generation, like we're over that. Like we've all survived the trauma of the mean girls, and it's like take that somewhere else.
Please.
But moving on though. Shall we dive into our favorite Alex and Chelsea?
Somebody called him Quamalex.
Let's get into
I
him.
feel like that's how he should have introduced himself. Hi, my name is
Quamalex.
That way he would have been the racially ambiguous king that he always wanted to be.
Okay, well, let's get into this because if you don't know now, if you've been off the air, they're married. Kwame said yes. Chelsea was never going to be a question whether or not. Chelsea was never going to be a question whether or not she says yes. It was always Kwame/Alex. People didn't know, right? If that's because even up until I still did, I was like, there is no way he says yes. Ain't no way.
Even when he said yes, I was like, at the reunion, they're gonna be done.
You know what I think they did? I think they shot both of them. They shot the yes.
What do you mean?
Like, you know how and the no. I think they shot both. That's my theory. I think because the way they left it, it was so cliffhanger. It was like, I don't know which way this is gonna turn.
And I don't know why it turned the way that it did.
There was like, good luck to Chelsea. You know that.
Good luck to Chelsea, because baby girl, the way he was treating you and treating Micah, that's what you want for the rest of your life, sis?
Listen, if there's a more perfectly paired match, it has to be Micah and Kwame/Alex. I think those two deserved each other.
Yeah,
I don't know why Chelsea. I don't know why Chelsea fought and like stood so 10 toes down for this man who don't want her.
She was born between April 20-something to May 20-something. That woman's a Taurus. And I'm like, girl, are you just being stubborn because you're like, this is the man I chose, so I'm gonna stick beside him no matter what. Even if he's flirting with other girls, he could sleep with the other women. You're gonna be like, well, that's the one that I chose. So
why we gotta bring her whole birth natal chart into this?
I just saw that she was a tourist, and I was like, maybe that was literally that was the most logical explanation for her
Because
being
there's
10
no
toes
way.
down for this man that I could get. She's
Well,
like, yeah, I pay half for everything, and he flirts with other women, and he rides a bull like he's riding somebody's dick, and that's my
you saw
man.
that video? I sent you that. I said,
Yeah, it was sick. I felt like I
who
needed to cleanse my
who
eyes.
who is he
I needed to
putting
get
on this show
baptized after
for?
that. I don't
Like,
know.
but
It
at
was
least
so cringe.
his hairline got cleaned up for the reunion, it looks like.
And did. And did. Kwame, that is one thing you were listening to the audience suggestions. I will give
Baby,
you that.
he was on the internet saying how much they clown him for this hair.
Honey. He said, let me go
Listen,
get the little Bowflex, Bali, or whatever they be putting on the men's hairline. Fix it. Give it a little
Bosley,
razzle dazzle. Yes.
girl,
Yes.
I was gonna say I thought he took him a flight to Turkey for a minute there.
Something. I was like, I don't see no Sharpie outline or nothing. Come on. He said it's HD camera ready,
This
baby.
hairline was no longer giving W, is very much giving
Honey, Batman
crisp.
symbol where? Okay? Cul-de-sac where? He don't
Okay.
know her. Okay?
Listen.
I'll give him
Listen.
that. I'll give him that. But their little the whole Kwame with Chelsea and Micah thing was so anticlimactic.
And then that whole like, oh, we were both walking our dog, so we decided to run into each other so we can talk. I'm like, ain't nobody
Is
asked
that
for
what
this
they
conversation.
said?
Apparently they were out walking, somebody was walking somebody's dog. And
No, I mean it was so clearly the producers put that together, that
and
conversation.
cause and then apparently it was supposed to be after Mexico. Cause that's
I
when
just
like
like
but listen, Kwame came to stand 10 toes down for his woman Chelsea in this reunion. I will say that. He said, I'm tired
honey,
of
they
y'all
said they got
internet
a year
bullies. I'm tired of you internet bullies.
on his head since the
speaking
first episode.
speaking on me and this relationship, but I am 10 toes
Since
down for this woman.
yo,
But
he has not gotten a break.
even as he sat there on that couch next to her, in my head I said, he finna leave her after this episode. In my head, I just kept saying, "Oh,
Do you think
he
so?
finna leave her." Oh, it's gonna be. I give it 2 or 3 years.
I give
Well, it's
it
only been a year, right?
4 to 7.
It's been a year.
I give him 4 to 7 years because Chelsea, that man, as long as he don't like do some like off the wall stuff that I don't even want to discuss on here, she's gonna stay with him. And Kwame, just like he did in his apology, I'm so sorry for embarrassing Chelsea's family. He's gonna stay with her because he doesn't want to piss off that white family that he's attached to now. He is such a people pleaser, and the way he behaves, his whole life has been around. It looks like pleasing the white people around him and being accepted by white people. He's not
Mm,
about to go, especially after embarrassing their daughter on national television, divorce her the way everybody is
is expecting
talking.
him
So he's
to.
going exactly. So I think with the way that he doesn't want to embarrass her family, his own family, because his mama was
Mm,
like, I don't know what lady you're trying to bring over here, but I don't want her. And then just him trying to disprove everybody what everybody's saying. I fully see him
mm.
sticking by her for at least a couple years till he can't take it anymore, till he can't fake it anymore, can't fake the funk.
That's so crazy that you say that because then my money is on him leaving her within a span of like at least 2 to 3 years. Because they've already
I
done
can
a
see
year
that.
they've done a year together, right? It's been a year since they've
Mm-hmm.
been together, right? Now,
Yeah.
I say give it another year, and then around 2.5, going on to 3 years, they're gonna call it
Got it.
quits. Mm-hmm.
And you know they're trying to do what Lauren and Cameron did that we didn't ask for them to
Girl,
do.
no.
What we want
We we want this
Brett
from
and
Brit and
Tiff to
Tiff.
do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, even Zach and Bliss can do this. They're trying to
Not
be out
y'all.
here on cut and all
I
these
saw.
like social media platforms. They want to
Like,
do a little 50 questions with GQ, and nobody cares.
we didn't ask for
Nobody
that.
wants it.
We don't want it.
Nobody wants it.
You can keep it.
Not at all.
Mm-mm.
Thank you.
It's like when it's like when you're at a party or like at a get together and somebody puts their nasty potato salad that ain't been touched all day on your plate. And so then you gotta go fold up your plate after you finish eating your meal and put it in the trash just so you don't offend them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's
Yeah.
giving.
It's like, didn't
Because
want
don't nobody
nobody
care.
want that here with all of this.
But then,
But wish him the best. I hope they do. I hope Chelsea
you
does what's
know,
best for her in the long run.
I think, and another thing, Vanessa should have definitely gone a lot harder on Kwame, um, than she did on Irina, or at least on Paul or whatever, on Mike and
Oh my
Paul.
goodness.
But
What was her obsession? I think Vanessa is a hidden mean girl. That's
she
my
no,
theory.
it's that's not it. Somebody, I think it was Zach or Paul. One of them came after the
Not
reunion.
you getting them confused like they one person.
Look, the way Zach was defending Paul against Irina, I was like, he better be his lawyer.
Honey, they
Zach,
fucking brothers at this point.
listen, I feel like the show does more for bromances and friendships than it does for actual relationships. Because look at Micah and Irina,
Facts.
them two is looking.
Facts.
But no, I was gonna say she did not go as hard as she needed to on
On
on Kwame, but she went 10 toes deep and down on Paul. He posted,
on
I
Paul
think,
and Marshall.
and he posted on his socials like afterwards that like Vanessa definitely came with a bias to this whole entire thing.
Yes.
And you could tell like clearly who were her favorites, who she was rooting for, and who she was not fucking with. Because the energy she was giving Paul, I needed her to give that energy to Jackie and Josh.
Girl.
Because those
Because what are you doing?
Let's get into this whole Josh, Jackie, Marshall nonsense. Because this had me hella mad. Because this girl was talking mess, breaking NDAs all year.
Posting all over IG.
Throughout this entire season, or at least the one that we've been watching. She'd been posting, talking smack, doing all that shit. But then when it comes to the actual holding them accountable, you just sitting there like asking them questions. Oh, are you guys still together? Are you guys moved in?
So what's it been like? You have a dog?
Are you guys getting married?
What's their name? Love is blind, baby. Oh my god.
I was like, Vanessa, can you ask her what we really want to know? So when you went to go meet up with Josh, like, at what point were you still with Marshall? Like, did he know? Or was it after you told him?
Why are you calling Marshall emotional when you're breaking down every 24 to 36 hours on this show?
Also, when you said that you wanted somebody more, aggressive, what does that mean? Are you saying that because Marshall was very much emotionally mature, that you prefer a more aggressive and more toxic, Is that what you're calling? Is Josh a toxic man? Does he give off a toxic man? That, like, ask the questions we need to know.
And what happened to the self-work, girl? So I thought you said that you needed help, but instead you went to go with another dude altogether. I thought you said you shouldn't be with anybody because you just need to work on yourself. How did that go with you immediately jumping from an engagement to a boyfriend that you now live with within a year?
You know what question I would have definitely asked her? Since you're saying production's timeline was very much throwing off, what your actual timeline was with getting with Josh, do tell us, when did everything happen? Give us a timeline. I want a timeline. Since you're saying production,
and why do you
production
think
was out here editing,
that's so much better?
Since you're saying production was out here editing you in and out, because even Marshall was like, it's very suspect that you were ready to you said yes to me when I asked you to marry me, and you're ready to be fully committed to each other, but then as soon as you break it off, you're already with dude.
Why were you already talking shit about Marshall within your text messages, saying that he's soft and blah blah blah? Not even just the text messages to your friends, to Josh in the pods, calling Marshall soft. Then why did you agree? Why did you say yes to the proposal? Why did you go through with everything, the honeymoon? Why were you still trying to go up to the altar if basically as soon as you met this man, you over here talking about how soft and how gay you think he is?
Now come on now.
Ladies,
Now
if
come on
your
now.
man is gay, are you accepting a proposal from him? I want to know. I want to know. On national television at that.
Because she swore down. She doubled down on the fact that this man was
talking
one of the
cash
bros.
shit about him to her friends before the marriage, before all of these issues that she claims to have with Marshall, talking about don't go making fun of him at our wedding.
Oh, so you had so you was ready to marry. So you was ready. So what happened? What really happened? That's what I want to
What
know.
really
What
happened?
really happened?
Because
And
all this soft talk, yet you were still willing to walk down that aisle.
that's what I'm saying. Vanessa and Nick never need to come back to host because I had so many other
Ever
questions.
again.
That was the most like puff piece like Zoom interview I have ever heard and seen. Like I was like, so you just wanted a recap of what their life has been like since? Okay,
Like,
go
oh
on
wow, so
somewhere.
y'all are happy together?
And
Bitch,
that
don't nobody give a fuck about them and their relationship.
and another thing,
Josh, should Marshall make your other ear cauliflower? That's what I wanted to hear.
and another thing, Josh, since you came on Love Is Blind, to find marriage, how is it that you've ended up in a relationship where both of you have decided to hold off on marriage? Please explain how that's possible.
Right.
Please explain.
If y'all were so destined for each other and you made a mistake on the show, why didn't this end up resulting?
If he's the more aggressive, more emotionally distant, more toxic masculine, part half to your better half, Jackie, then why are you not married?
Exactly. I just wasn't ready for marriage with Marshall. Well, you got the dude that you claimed that you wanted instead.
So are you
You
married?
say you're ready for marriage. Yet here y'all are.
I was just like, okay, y'all, you know what? You deserve that.
What you get?
That.
I was here for Marshall though, because somebody said she's still dropping stuff on Instagram, and Marshall was like, apparently,
Marshall was like,
and I
dead this, end this,
this
now, please leave me out of it.
And Jackie narrative is over. I know y'all are just getting introduced to it, but for me, that was a year ago, and our relationship lasted 3 weeks, and I want nothing to do with her.
And I've moved on, and I'm happy.
I was like, who's this little Kalani, Kayla, Keisha chick that he's with? I'm rooting for them more.
Apparently that didn't work out. Apparently that did not work out.
More than. Okay, side note, I just remembered because last week you mentioned that other people got engaged, and I'm seeing more about that. These people called Abe and something else. I don't know what their names were.
There was like I think 3 other couples that apparently that got married, and I was like, so why were y'all giving us this nonsense instead of showing us?
Or they got engaged.
Yeah, at least they got together and got engaged, and they just didn't get married. And I'm like, so why were y'all showing us this BS?
So I guess it's just up to Netflix, like
who they decide to follow.
Yeah, yeah, y'all got engaged and did our show and stuff, but we hold the right whether to keep going with your storyline or not. Which means you don't get the paid for honeymoon and things that you were expecting, like
or
the whole
ring.
experience.
Or the ring.
The marriage, the wedding. Like, it's like you found your person. Oh, good. Wish y'all the best. Goodbye.
I mean, but I guess in that vein, then, the experiment worked. I guess love truly is blind. But
I don't know, because this dude, or I don't know if it was the dude or the girl, but he was wrong by Netflix, the show, their partner, everybody involved.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, it sounds like it would have been a great storyline for reality TV, Netflix, since y'all love putting these messy bitches on here.
Where was this story when we needed it? But
Netflix just stay fumbling.
Oh, and another thing, did you catch Micah when she said that apparently even after the wedding, they tried to date?
And her and Paul?
Mm-hmm.
It was so vague. Everything was so vague. Their whole relationship to me was vague.
There was so much.
I don't understand their relationship at all.
And
at
as
all.
and as the moderator of a reunion, it was your responsibility to dig and get us that dirt. What did you do? Sit
Yes.
there and just
Sit there and be
stare.
like, poor Micah. Oh my god. You had to deal with him not thinking you're a nurturing mother. Like, Vanessa, who called you non-nurturing? Who said you weren't nurturing? Because I
I
really
need
don't understand the beef.
I need Vanessa to never come back. I need her and Nick to never host
Never
ever
come
again.
back.
I think this attempt at hosting a live reunion um should teach
Oh,
Netflix
such a fail.
should teach Netflix two lessons. One, never try and host a live if you've never done it before. Two,
Mm-hmm.
remove Nick Lachey and Vanessa Lachey from hosting duties for Love is Blind forever.
Moral of the story, Netflix, stay in your motherfucking lane.
That
And
part.
Vanessa and Nick, stay in your motherfucking lane. Like, girl, this ain't TRL, sis. You ain't counting down music videos. That's all we needed from you. I'm
Well,
sorry. Or
speaking
your
of
little line, whatever you were doing. Go back to that, respectfully.
speaking of running late and music, so this weekend was Coachella, and guess who was headlining last night?
Oh.
Not Frank Ocean.
I will always love you. Oh.
Not that nigga.
Who?
No, I'm saying it was him, but apparently he was not trying to come on stage. But so this man, he's pulling a full on Lauryn Hill, was an hour late, was an hour late to the whole thing. On top of which, he only performed for 30 minutes. I'm like, I know Frank Ocean hates performing, but this is another level. But I did get the alleged download on what actually happened.
Oh.
So, yes. So, according to Coachella workers or the people who work in the production, they said they had come to an agreement with Frank Ocean about the production, what it was going to be, how it was going to be set up, or whatever, right? And then literally, and this has been in checked off and everything for like months on end, right? Dancers had been booked or any extras that were needed had been booked. So they had built on the stage an ice rink that apparently was supposed to have some ice skaters on. And this whole thing had been like scheduled, planned, and everything. And up until like the day before, literally Frank Ocean showed up and was like, no, take it all down. So literally that's what led up to the hour-long delay because they were still breaking down the stage and like everything they had built. And so the ice rink had to be melted down. And also
Damn.
like, yeah, and everything until so that he could like come on the stage. And then apparently so Coachella has like a curfew where like after a certain point you got to cut the music. And so that's why he only performed for those 30 minutes cuz that hour that was supposed to be part of his set, which instead was being used to set up shit, was taken away, and that's why he only performed for 30 minutes. And the reason why he was mostly like backstage and stuff was because they were still like trying to figure out the stage setup and everything, and that's why he had to keep coming in and out of the whole performance. But for the kids are saying they were very underwhelmed. It was not giving true Frank Ocean like concert vibe. And like, listen, I've only ever seen Frank Ocean performing live and on video. I have never seen that man live in person. As much as I would love to, but if this is the energy he's giving, I'm never going to a Frank Ocean live concert.
I think I'd still go. To me, I feel like people are being too hard on him. From what I hear, this is the last this is the first Coachella he's been to since his little brother passed.
Yeah.
And he was like dedicating basically his performance to his brother. And to me it was giving, bitch, the only reason I'm here is because I know my brother would want me to do this shit. And I really don't want to do this shit, but I'm doing this shit for in the memory and honor of my brother.
But there were rumors back in like 2020 that he had dropped out and he was set to headline. before COVID and
And
everything struck.
2020 is the year, and that 2020 is the year his brother died. So I feel like, okay, if this man already hates performing at Coachella and he already didn't want to,
No, I
but the
think Frank
person
Ocean
that
just
he
hates
loves,
performing live altogether.
yeah, and then so he didn't want to be at Coachella, but the person that he loves wants him there, and now they're gone, and like now I'm coming back for the first time without them, without their energy. I would have been there, like I wouldn't have even been on that stage. And I feel like Frank Ocean was only on that stage in honor of his brother. So he was like, y'all are gonna get what you're gonna get, what I have the capacity to give y'all tonight, and that's it. And I feel like that is fair for somebody mourning, somebody doing shit they don't want to do, and they're only doing it for the person that they love, for them, for that memory and for that honor.
And I can understand that and get behind that. But here's my thing. You can't be saying that this is the first time I'm going through a lot of emotions, but then strike down an entire production literally the day before because what?
What
Like
was I
you knew
doing?
like stuff like let's just take Beyonce for example. Beginning of January of when she performed in 2018,
And this is a
she
false equivalence
no no no
immediately.
no no no. But let's just take.
Nobody is comparing to
I'm
Beyonce.
I'm not I'm not. But I'm saying
Beyonce.
I'm not. But I'm just saying. Let's take a look. For example, that whole like documentary or whatever, right? She said that she was like literally months before they were already deciding like production setup, like how the stage was going to look, all this stuff. That was all done months before like they came in and like actually put the final show together. So the idea and everything and the concept was there. And if anything needed to be changed, it should have been changed in those months leading up to Coachella, not literally the weekend of and saying, strike it all down. Excuse me? Dancers have been hired. Professional ice skaters, I'm assuming, had been hired. Like the state, like to build an ice rink on a stage is like that. Like you need like permits and stuff for that. So like, and like to be like, oh no, I don't like it. Break it all down. You have to melt water. Do you know how long that could take sometimes if you don't have I mean, I get they're in the desert and heat or whatever, but come on now. And then to do all and then for what? For a 30-minute performance? Yeah, he needs to make up for it this coming weekend. And then another thing, he canceled the live. He pulled the plug on the live because
Oh yeah.
his whole performance was supposed to be live streamed, and he literally just said, "Pull the plug," and said no. I was like, "Dang." At least Netflix is giving us
Somebody
the.
said Frank Ocean hates poor people.
I sent you that tweet. I remember. I was like, "Wow, Frank." Meanwhile, like we're all out here like big ass fans, and the thing is like this man. Like I understand. I love Frank Ocean. I love his music. I think he's writing wise, it's beautiful. Production wise, it's great when it comes to his albums. I don't think he has the backing to pull this type of diva behavior.
I don't think he cares though. That's been Frank's whole appeal. I feel like from like the moment he's made music, Frank Ocean has
Mm.
never been about the fame and the performance and blah blah blah. He's like, I'm gonna give you my art when I feel like I can give you my art under the conditions I feel like giving you my art. And if it's not on the timeline y'all want, suck a dick. If it's not on the ice rink y'all want, suck a dick. If it's not on the stage I want, suck a dick, because I'm gonna do what the fuck I want regardless. So I feel like at with him not live
Just for that,
streaming,
I'm giving you that.
I can't. Oh my god. But I just feel like Frank is like Lauren Hill in that regard. Like you're right. Like it's just kind of like, hello, where's the respect for me and my time and the what I paid for? But it's also very on brand for him, like to be like, actually, fuck all of this, and y'all should be lucky that I'm here. So I feel like I understand why people are pissed. Like, hello, people were looking forward to seeing him perform live.
Are you kidding me?
Like,
I literally
some
had
people just went to Coachella because he's there.
like
Like,
imagine waiting at a stage from like 8 p.m. or like 12 o'clock in the afternoon, waiting for this artist to come on, and then they literally come on for 30 minutes. They're an hour late to their set.
yeah,
I just hope next weekend or this coming weekend he's a lot better
what's happening this weekend?
because you know Coachella's 2 weekends. This past weekend, and
Oh,
yeah, and then this, yeah.
yeah.
So
I mean, people's anger is warranted, but I don't know. I'm willing to give him grace because I don't expect nothing from that man. Ever since after Channel Orange, and he was like, "Y'all bitches may never see me again." I was like, "Okay, I see what type
Channel
of time you're on."
Orange, do you not remember
Hmm.
his whole deal with the record company? What he did to him
What, before Channel Orange or
after
what?
Channel Orange?
What do you mean?
He wanted out of his record contract, and they were like, "Well, you're indebted to us for at least another album, so boom, we need another album." And then he released like an hour long or hour and a half long like video with like tracks, and he called
That's
that the album.
exactly
And
that's
then
exactly what I'm talking
literally
about.
he released it, and then the following day was like the end of his contract, and then literally right after that he released Blonde, the actual project, the
Lit
album that he wanted. And I was just like,
Yes. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. After the Channel Orange saga, when Frank was like, "Hey, receiving all these accolades and praise and recognition and shit," and he was like, "Y'all not hearing a peep from me for another
it's
however
been
many
how
years."
long since Blonde?
Yeah, like I just knew to adjust expectations with that man, and I feel like
Now
everybody needs to follow suit.
nowadays I just be seeing videos Frank Ocean performing live at XYZ literally last night. I was like, you don't ever get an announcement, don't ever like put
No.
out like a
He
newsletter.
was like, he's performing at the Scottsdale Museum in 30 minutes. Catch him if you can.
Like
Shit,
literally,
okay.
like I follow him on Twitter, Instagram, anywhere possible, and I still can never find out when this man is actually going to be performing. I'm just like, you know what, Frank, please, you really do hate the
Look,
poor. He really does
he's
hate the
an
poor.
artist, not a
Cause you
machine, and I respect him for it.
no
You
fine.
have to you have to have a certain kind of celebrity and power to have whole freaking basically decade long hiatuses in between albums and still be headlining Coachella, be there for 30 minutes, and people still holding out hope for you. Like the power he has.
That's another thing about Coachella. These girls are not really given the level of performance. Cause to this day, like all everybody ever talks about is like it's the 5 year anniversary of Beyonce's Baychella.
Coachella.
To this day, every time
And
Coachella comes
is.
up, like no one is topping that. Imagine, like
Yeah,
literally.
but I did see Doechii. Did you see Doechii
Mm,
perform?
I did see Doechii. She ate that.
Honey,
I love
she
her new.
she
What's that? Her
is she is
song.
taking it.
What's that? That one song by her. How does it go?
I feel like I know exactly what you're talking about, but
Mm,
it is not gonna come to my head at all.
oh my god!
I
No, no,
know
no, no, no.
exactly what you're talking about.
What it is, ho? What's up? Every
What's
good
up?
girl needs a little love. I mean, black boys.
Honey, that's the song of the summer, okay?
I was literally gonna say that. Like that song has been on replay in my head, in my playlists, like every day nowadays. Like if I need like a little moment of like hype session, I just it's a little like a little
I
twerk moment. It's
guess
like
I'm that bitch real quick.
what it is, how hey, what's up? Oh, every good girl is a like just the chorus is so like poppy and catchy, but at the
Goes
same time,
in.
it just mm,
And I don't know if you know Brie Runway, but I discovered her a few years ago, and she is a UK-based pop, dark-skinned, badass dancer, artist, the things.
period.
They're collabing. They just posted like on TikTok, like they're in the studio together. So, bitch, it's about to be a
Oh,
bop.
okay.
Down.
I'm here for the Brie
Down.
Runway Doechii collab. I can't wait.
Yes. Yes.
Mm, But
So at least one artist was out there on the stage
I
working,
mean,
honey, like rent was due.
because none of them were. No one has given him a
Everybody else
multiple.
is like, my bills been paid.
They said,
I'm
baby,
good, love.
I cashed that Coachella check last week. I'm just here to sing these little songs and
I'm
go.
so good, honey.
Cause even what's it called? Bad Bunny. Even he performed, and I was just like,
Oh, he did? I didn't even know that.
yeah, he was a headliner on Saturday.
Oh,
I think, yeah,
wow.
yeah.
I missed that.
And I'm not living for anyone. I'm not like, you know, hyped to
Nobody's
see.
given an experience
No.
the way Beychella gave an experience. I think that's what fucked it up
You know who
for
I need?
Coachella. Hmm.
You know who I need? You know who I um since I think the Super Bowl has been in conversations where I think he's reached that point to headline. Usher. I think he's the only other male artist that I can think of that has the catalog to headline
He's
and
too
give.
old. I'm sorry. I hate to sound ageist because I
Uh
don't think this at
uh
all. I don't think this at all. I would go see Usher at Coachella in a heartbeat. The
Did you
Coachella
see him
girls would
at
not.
Dreamville?
The people the people who go to Coachella,
Did you see him at
do you think
Dreamville
they're
though?
giving Usher the respect that they gonna put Usher on some random stage at 2:30 p.m. and Usher deserves better than that.
Him and Beyonce are literally almost the same exact age.
No,
What are
literally,
you
but
talking
their
about?
impact is not the same. The impact is not the same,
You don't
unfortunately. And
think?
I hate it. Not for the younger generation. The younger generation will still stand down for Beyonce because she gives a performance and experience that people of all ages still
Mm.
respect. People don't respect. As soon as people started putting Usher and Chris Brown in conversation together, that's when I knew the respect for Usher has gone. So they definitely, those are the same girls that are going to Coachella. They would rather see Chris Brown do backflips and handstands than Usher.
Meanwhile, Usher can actually dance and give you a
Yeah.
performance and give you
I hate it for
production.
him, but Usher is Essence, Dreamville Festival,
I
Las
hate
Vegas residency all day.
Rolling Loud.
Sold out venue all day. Not Coachella though. You gotta even Beyonce being at Coachella, I was like, Ariana, what are you doing here? Until I watched it.
No,
Like, and then
I
I see she
think
really was using Coachella as a means to
for
give
something
people the show that
else.
she, yeah, she was definitely using Coachella. But for Usher, unfortunately,
And that's
uh
another
uh
thing. I don't know why, or maybe this is just me, but I feel like as a generation, we've low-key failed Usher in like boosting him up because I feel like he's supposed to be a lot further and a lot like.
and a lot more respected.
No, you're right,
Yeah,
and
no,
I think for the most part is maybe like the lack of. But he's crossed over into mainstream though, right? I feel
he
like in
was
multiple
definitely mainstream.
because
I don't know something.
you can't say that he's
I
been
think
pigeonholed into like R&B only.
no, but I don't think the when he was going through like in the 2010s his like pop era more
Mm-hmm.
of like Climax and no, not Climax, but his other songs then I think it didn't hit the way Usher be hitting for I think a lot of people. And I think
And I
it was just kind of a lull for him for like those number of years.
and I, and you think like for male artists specifically, like as your audience grows, you grow with them, right? And for Usher, I feel like older millennials loved him, died for like he was it for them, right? And then like they all grew, and then I feel like he started chasing a newer generation that was coming up, like you said, in like the late
The
2000s,
younger
early
millennials, the older Gen
late
Z
yeah the late
girls.
2000s, early 2010s, like generation of like teens and like who were listening to like mainstream radio. Like it wasn't the kids of the the millennials of like the 90s who were just bumping R&B left and right. And I think
Dying for him.
and I think that's why he does not hit as he should on like a much larger mainstream. Cause like you could bop Beyonce in like middle America cornfields. But can you bump Usher to the Iowans, the ones out there in the Midwest, quote unquote middle America?
Yeah, no. I think he's really good at R&B, and also that's probably like another reason why he wouldn't be good at Coachella. Was like
Just straight R&B for like
that song he
yeah,
did with City Girls hit though.
it did. And sure
It
enough,
hit.
I think they performed it at Rolling Loud or was it Lollapalooza or something? They performed together.
Mhm.
And it
Yeah.
like the crowd was up, but I think the
So I
crowd was
think
more up for the City Girls than they were for the fact that it's Usher coming on stage. Cuz then he also did a song with was it Summer Walker?
oh, I think he did. I think I heard that. Yeah.
She had a remix of like his song.
I don't
And
know which one.
I'll play it for you after this, but you know what I'm talking about. But I think that's probably what it was. Dang.
I think Usher is getting his respect again, but yeah, because it's not like he's been popping consecutively for the past 20, 30 years,
Mm,
like all that time, and he is mostly R&B. The new age girls are not checking for him the way they should.
mm, dang.
But
I feel for Usher, but I
he's doing
still
just
think
fine because baby, them aunties going up at that Las Vegas residency, and I want to be one of them. Hello, Usher,
it
new
sure will
auntie of
be.
1 year and 6 or so months. I would love
Listen,
to come.
this
Phew, love a ticket.
this Unct would also like to go up at the his residency because I hear he give a show
A show, baby.
and a good
Like
show at
actually,
that.
I actually really like strawberries. Just saying, especially chocolate
Ooh,
covered ones.
it's getting a little warm in here, huh? Girl, we need to end this. This is gonna be the longest episode
Right.
so far. Anyway,
Wait,
y'all.
we gotta do some quick catch ups because we really gave them the tea on our lives last week.
Oh, so I
So we
mean,
need to update the hoes.
okay. So
I was
Wangeshi, go ahead.
yes, a bitch is leaving. She's
She,
leaving. She's
she
moving.
out. She is out.
I got about thank you, thank you.
She is
I
out
just
of
want to
there,
thank
y'all.
myself and my resilience and my sister for listening to me every day complain about this damn place. Yeah, I'm
Mm.
leaving right before I go on a trip in May. This woman, 30-year-old Black woman, she said, I got a room. You can stay there. Not only can you put your things there before you leave for Europe, so you're not crumbling
To move when you
before,
get back, right?
I'm going to prorate your rent for the time that you're gone because you're gonna be gone for like 3 weeks. So why pay for 3 weeks worth of living? I was like, I love a Black woman from infinity
Infinity to
to infinity,
infinity. Period.
girl. So yeah,
She out of there. I'm out of there.
finally,
I'm gone. Big
yes.
Rex.
Eh. So about you, we need updates. You
Update,
and the boy.
update, update.
What's your dating life looking like? I heard texts might have been exchanged. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I've been ghosted.
No way.
Yep. So
No response.
y'all didn't catch it. I didn't talk about it on here, but after we finished recording last week's episode, I had to have a little session with my girl here and discuss how exactly I'm gonna respond to that text message, and still haven't heard back to this day.
Well,
So you
as far as I'm concerned,
whoever voted that I move on to the next, well, looks like that's what I'm about to do. So
I feel like it's always a sign if somebody ghosts you that just shows how they are with communication. So, in my opinion, you dodged a bullet there.
I guess so. But we move.
Honey, yes.
But yeah, that's my update. So there's nothing. I wish there was more to say.
It's okay. I'm gonna go through your hinge when I come visit, so we'll have another update for next week.
Are we doing a movie night when you come?
Oh, we should.
I think let's get together and just we can hang out in the old studio.
Oh, yes. And y'all can help me clean it up.
I don't know about that. Okay, well, let's get off this and plan that and figure that out so that way we're
Right.
not keeping these
Second
people
eight.
on.
Yes.
Anyway, y'all, is there anything else that you want to let the people know, or is that it?
I think that's it.
All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all for listening to another derailed episode of the Untitled Africans podcast. Once again, I'm Brian.
I'm Wangashi.
And don't forget to follow, like, subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at Untitled Africans, on TikTok at Untitled Africans. Um, you can also find us wherever podcasts are found. That's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and all those fun places. And don't forget, every Tuesday on YouTube, these episodes do go live. So if you don't have access to any of those podcast apps, you can always check us out there. We love you. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.
Bye.
We out.